Hey y'all, so I am back with another video, and in this one I'm just going to jump right into it. I've already did my natural nail prep, got her tips applied, we're going for coffin, and now I'm starting application. So I'm starting off with this new color by Valentino. Ever since I got it, y'all, I have been using it, no cap. I mean, on every body, well, all of my darker skin tones. I really do love this color for just that particular reason. So I'm going in and I'm going to build up a French. Now with this set, y'all, this is a freestyle. I had no idea what I wanted to do. And even though it's a freestyle, I love to plan those ahead. I like to know exactly what I'm doing. I feel like when you don't know and you're kind of guessing as you go, it just adds more and more time to the set. And for a person like myself, I take forever, period. So I need to know what I'm doing and get through it. But as I started thinking about what I wanted to do, I kind of just went to everything that I have been seeing. I have been seeing a lot of pastels. I've been seeing a lot of little drawn flowers. So I just decided I was going to go with that. So what I came up with is to do all French pastels and then use those same colors on top to create little flowers. Now though, as I was starting to build up this French, her nails were pretty long. And it took me forever just to build this one little reverse nail bed. So I was like thinking to myself, okay, let's rethink this. Maybe not a full set of just Frenches. So I decided to incorporate ombres also in this because I'm telling you, that day I just was not about it. It was going to be forever for me to carve all of these out and do it the old fashioned way. I could have gel painted them on, but still I love just a sharp acrylic French. So anytime that I have the opportunity to do that, I feel like that's the best outcome as far as me doing that. So that's what I did. So like I said, I'm just building up this reverse nail bed. I've already applied 2 beads, and then this one is my 3rd bead, and then I'm going to come in with a final 4th bead, and that will complete my reverse nail bed. Now I'm using 4 beads because I want to make sure that these long nails have a very good apex. Your apex placement is so important. Your stress area is right there where that false tip starts and your natural nail meets up with that. So you want to make sure that you have enough structure there that when they possibly, bump these long nails, run into anything, it's going to hold up. So always when you're doing long nails, you make sure you have that apex right where it needs to be. Okay, so on the ring finger, I'm coming in and just applying a very thin coat of clear. I'm doing that just to prepare for that ombre. I want it to be nice and smooth before I come back and start blending and doing all of my fading. So on the middle finger, I'm going to start creating that French nail bed. Now on this hand, I'm going to be doing the ring finger and the pointer finger, both ombres, and then the rest will be Frenches. But on the opposite hand, I'm going to switch it. So on the opposite hand, I will have 3 ombres and only 2 Frenches. Anytime that I'm doing a freestyle or if I'm choosing the set, I always mix my stuff up. I never have it matchy-matchy. Of course, if the client requests that, then I will do that, but if it's up to me, I like to have my stuff mixed up. So this is my first bead, and if you noticed, I placed that bead in the center of the nail but more back towards the cuticle. Now since I'm starting it there, I'm already, when I'm bringing it down, I'm bringing those sides more in, and what that is going to do is to create this a deep French. Now I'm doing this because these nails are long. If it was short nails, I wouldn't have them that deep. And as I come in with my next bead, I'm going to make sure that I keep that inside of what I've already created. Like I've mentioned, this is a deep French, so by it being deep, the sides are more in. Well, when I come in with my next bead, I don't want that bead to flood outside of those sidewalls, so I have to keep that bead in. When you come in and apply your cuticle bead, it's easy for that to just apply and then kind of spread out basically. And you want to just make sure that you tuck it in and you keep the sides clean. So once I have all of those done, I'm going to come in and start shaping these reverse nail beds. I'm making sure that I'm really pressing my file up against those sides. You want to create some kind of height when you're filing this. You don't want it to be flat, because when you come in with your next color, it won't push up against that and it won't make that sharp definition. So I'm really making sure to sharpen these up really well. Now I'm going to come in with my color, and this is by A Galore. I'm going to start with a medium-sized bead, place that at the tip, and then I'm just going to start walking that product back. I'm going to walk it back as far as I can. It's not going to reach all the way up there towards the top of those sidewalls, but that's okay. My only goal here is to really get the bottom half of that tip filled in. Anytime you split it up, it's going to just make it a whole lot easier for you. Instead of placing the bead, trying to get it all over the nail, into shape, all of that at the same time, no. I'm going to take my time, place that bead, push it back into the nail bed, and now I'm just going to take the body of that brush and start patting and walking that product down. By now, this product is already starting to dry, so it's the perfect time for me to start molding it. So that's what you see me doing. I'm using the body of my brush to pat it out and to clean up the sides. And once I pat it all in, I make sure that the tip is nice and smooth, and then I'll also just brush it back to smooth the surface of that nail. Once I have all of that done, I'm going to come in and add a very small bead on the side right where I need it. I'm going to pat it into place, and then I'm going to blend it through the rest of the acrylic. So that's the thing when it comes to acrylic. You want to get it into place first, and then once you have it there, worry about smoothing it out or blending it into your prior bead. Also going to do the same thing on the other side. Take a small bead and fill in that area, pat it into place, and then I'm going to blend it through. So looking just frontwards at this nail, it looks good. But looking from the side, I can tell that it needed just a little bit more right there where that nail bed started and then the color came in. So I'm just going to take a small bead, I'm going to put my brush in reverse and then push that product back into the nail bed. I'm also going to clean that product off and bring it towards the tip, and then once I do that, I'm going to just walk it down by patting, and I'm going to bring it all the way down to the tip and then blend it through. And also, I want you guys to know I am not going to be capping this. I'm keeping this nail clean because I don't want to do a whole lot of filing when it comes to this nail. I want to be able to get kind of that remainder of that product off and still be able to shape this nail how I want it without having to go in and do some corrective filing, which could in fact take away more than what I need it to be. So I'm moving on to my ombre, and I'm coming in with this color, y'all. The rest of these colors are going to be just some self mixes. And starting with this blue color, I'm just going to apply my bead, start walking it down all the way towards the tip, making sure that I'm keeping the sides clean, smoothing that product out. All of this is so important, y'all, when it comes to your application. Your nails are going to be determined by how well you apply your application. So if it seems like I'm pretty much babying this product, that's because I am, okay? I want it to be smooth. I want my sides to be nice and crisp. I want to do minimal corrective filing. When I come to file, I want to be able just to sharpen up my shape and make sure that everything is smooth. So by the time I'm done with that blue color, it's dry enough for me to come in and start working my ombre. So I'm going to take that nude color, apply it right on top of that blue, and then I'm going to work it from sidewall to sidewall, and then I'll start patting that color down, and then once I have it where I want it, I'm going to just blend it through towards that blue. Then I'll come in with my second bead and pretty much do the same thing. I'm going to use 3 beads to achieve this ombre. Like I told y'all before, I feel like the smaller your beads are when you're creating an ombre, the better fade you're going to get. Now I'm going to come in and cap this with clear. You always want to cap your designs, your ombres, your fades, because you don't want to file away that fade. So I'm going to start there right where that nude begins, and I'm going to just walk that bead down. I'm going to make sure that I tuck in the sides and just pat that product all the way through until I have it where I want it, and then I'm going to start smoothing that clear out. So my next color is going to be on my French, and I'm going to take this baby pink and just apply that by using the same method. I'm going to place it there at the tip, push that product back, and then just start patting everything into place. So for the rest of the set, it's pretty much the same techniques. For the ombre here, I'm going to use this yellow, a self mix, going to apply that all the way through and then come in and create my ombre fade. Then for the thumb, I'm going to fill it in with this light teal color, also a self mix, and then the application is done. So here are the nails just with application. Now I'm going to come in and start my finish filing, and like I said, I'm going to sharpen up my sides, and then I'll come through and just smooth out the body. And then here they are after being filed and ready for design. So for my design, it's going to be pretty simple. I'm going to be doing some flowers, and as you can see, I have my palette there ready to go. I'm using all of the colors that I used in the set. So here I am on the purple. I'm using my purple color in the palette, and that's what I'm going to use to apply my flowers. Now I believe in the last one, show you guys how I did my flowers, and then I come in with my dotting tool and start the flowers off like that, and then I'll come in with my striping brush and just bring those petals in to try to create the flower. So I'm pretty much going to fill up the tip area. I'm going to stay on the color. I don't want to bring these flowers onto the nail bed, and I'm just going to fill it up as much as I can, cure that nail, and then I'll move on to the next one. So I'm just going to do that on all 10 fingers. I'm not going to bore you guys with me doing them on each one, but that is pretty much it for this set. It did take me quite a long time. The length, the French, and then coming in, and anytime I do pretty much any hand drawn anything, it takes me forever. But these came out really, really cute. I ended up loving them. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in another video. Bye.